Okay. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. I got a pretty good one for you today. We're going to take a look and a listen to Senator Ernst. And this has been going viral for the last couple of days. She was at a town hall. She responded to one of the constituents that went to this town hall. And I'll just show you the clip and then we'll talk about it. I have a lot to say about this. I think this was completely out of line, and I think her apology was bad as well. So that's what we're going to focus on in this video. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video. And if you're watching this video and you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Okay, so we'll go ahead and play the clip. And then after that, we're going to talk about it. Here we go. Okay, let's go ahead and hear what she has to say. Here we go.
So people are not well, we all are going to die.
All right. So if you didn't catch that, someone in the audience said that people are going to die as a result of, and they're talking about Medicaid here, the Medicaid cuts. And her response was, we're all going to die. And so I'll play it one more time, and then we're going to play her apology. So let's go ahead and play it one more time.
So people are not well, we all are going to die.
And so you heard the response from the audience. They weren't feeling what she was saying, that we're all going to die. Now let's hear her apology, because I think her apology was just as bad, if not worse, than saying that we're all going to die. So let's take a look at this. Here we go.
And I made an incorrect assumption that everyone in the auditorium understood that, yes, we are all going to perish from this earth.
And this is what's unfortunate. She's taking an opportunity. She looks like she's in a cemetery when she's saying the things that she's saying here. So first she says that she wants to apologize, and then we'll continue it. But look where it goes.
So I apologize. And I'm really, really glad that I did not have to bring up the subject of the tooth fairy as well. But for those that would like to see eternal and everlasting life, I encourage you to embrace my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
These people, these politicians, are there to protect and represent the American people. And she is making a joke of this. You have people that are concerned. They go to a town hall. They have legitimate concerns. They bring them to the senator, and she responds by saying that we're all going to die, and then doubles down in this so-called apology. I mean, we have to do better. As constituents, we have to do better. When we see politicians that are not taking this seriously, that's a big problem. These are politicians that are not representing you. And if they're not representing you, why are you voting for them? You have people now that are coming out and saying, I didn't vote for this. I didn't vote for this when it comes to the economy, when it comes to inflation, when it comes to a lot of the different things that we're seeing going on right now. But Senator Ernst will probably get reelected after saying this stuff. And so that's why you have to remember these politicians. And when they say things like this, you need to follow through and not vote for those people. Because as soon as politicians start to realize that the American people are watching, then they're going to act right, or they're not going to be in office. But if the American people aren't paying attention and they're just letting all this stuff go, well, then guess what? They're going to keep winning elections. And so this is sad. And this is the situation when we talk about Medicaid, we talk about Social Security, Medicare. These programs are for everyone. Democrats, Republicans, independents. And so it's not about that. What it's about is, who are these politicians and do they represent you? I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican, but do you represent me? And in this case, she is showing that she could care less about Medicaid and people dying because they lose coverage. Because that could be the result. And if you have cuts, they're already talking about they might have to close down some local hospitals. So if you live in an area where you're not near a hospital, you have a hospital near you, but they close that hospital, now you're going to have to go even further to get to the hospital. And if it's an emergency, you might not make it to that next hospital. And so this is a very serious situation. And it's just, it amazes me how you can have a politician just come out like that and say, we're all going to die, and then put out an apology, walking through a cemetery and talking about tooth fairies. I'm glad I didn't have to tell you guys about the tooth fairy, making a joke of this. That's what's bad. And that's where we are now in this whole political arena. We have politicians that just don't care. And they don't care because we are electing them. And so we need to stop electing politicians like this. And maybe she will be an example. Maybe people in Iowa will look at this, and come 2026, they will vote her out of office and vote someone else in. Maybe we will see that. But that's the type of stuff we need to see. And then these politicians, I'm telling you, they're going to change their tune. They're going to realize, okay, the American people are very serious and they're paying attention. Because if we vote her back in office, then she's going to be even more emboldened. She'll have another 6 years. And she's going to continue with the same attitude. I mean, it blows my mind that you would have a politician, when a constituent yells out about someone dying, that would be her response. That just blows my mind. You are there to protect and represent these people, and you're just saying, well, we're all going to die. You might die a little sooner because you're not going to have Medicaid, and you might not be able to get to the hospital, or you might not have coverage at all. So situations like this, you're seeing it right in front of your very eyes. And instead of a real apology saying, look, I shouldn't have used those words. This is not, something to joke about. And yes, I do want to protect Medicaid and protect Medicare and Social Security and all of that. But that's not what we got. She made light of it, and you saw the response. You saw the town hall. You saw the people. They were upset. And so I just wanted to bring this to your attention. And I think this meme sums it up best. It says, some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make. And I mean, that's exactly right. We're looking at a situation where these politicians, some politicians, they could care less. So I want to get your input on this. So let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think about this? Do you think this is totally out of line? Do you think that she should be, I would even say she should be primaried. And if she does win the primary, she should not win the general election. I mean, she's running in 2026 again, so we'll have to see. We're going to follow it. I'll follow this race very closely. Make sure to give you guys updated polling. But let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye. So that's all we have for this video. Make sure if you guys want to send me an email, you can do that, david@thetecshow.com. Like the video, subscribe for more, and check out these videos over here for some more great content. Talk to you later. Bye.